What's up, nail geeks? I am squeezing in today with a catch-up post. This is Potion Polish's Highlands and Autumn collections. These are so beautiful. So we're going to start off first with the Autumn collection. This is a 8-piece set with lovely jellies, sparkles, and shimmers. So let's dive right into the swatches. First up is Cranberry Fizz. This is a reformulated and returning shade. This is described as a burgundy red jelly stuffed with copper hollow glitters in various sizes. This has a very jelly, squishy formula to it. I'm going to suggest going in light, especially on your first coat with it, just to prevent any over buildup and allow this one to slowly reach opacity. So between 2 to 3 coats, depending on how thin you're going to go in, and you'll get that nice jelly sort of buildup and deepening of that base color. This dries down flat and thirsty, so I'm going to suggest a glitter smoothing top coat along with a glossy top coat. I really appreciate the color palette for this collection. It is literally just so fall in these little glass bottles. And next is Smoky Maple Chai. This is a chameleon chrome that shifts between red to copper to gold to orange and olive green and a touch of hollow. So this has more of what I consider a somewhat jelly formula. It starts off a touch light, but it just packs a punch in terms of opacity on the second coat. I think 2 coats is going to be perfect for most. This is really interesting. I typically don't gravitate towards what I consider more pruggly colors, but this is one of those exceptions, just given how warm and glowy it is. There's an olive undertone to the base color, but the shimmer just takes over everything. And Fallen Leaves is described as a burnt orange jelly with gold and orange hollow pieces. It was stated in our PR information to wear a good base coat of some type in order to prevent any staining, as this is incredibly pigmented. Now, please keep in mind, I am wearing a gel overlay on my nails and pretty much the last several months, including in this video. And normally I get real bad staining on polishes. I personally didn't have staining on Fallen Leaves, but I think it's a really important thing to consider, especially if you are A, wearing gel overlays, or B, have very porous nails. And next is Everything Pumpkin. This is a pumpkin orange crushed hollow. So this one, again, this is another one that has the disclaimer to definitely wear a base coat of some type to prevent any sort of staining because it's so pigmented. And I totally appreciate this very pigmented type of polish. And that goes for any polishes across the board. I prefer loud, in-your-face type of colors that are not afraid to be 1 to 2 coaters, and this is just that. I personally did not have staining with this one on my gels, which once again, I feel like my gels typically leave me more open for staining, but I didn't have that. But again, I do think it's an important note to make. And next is Hello Fall. This is a maple gold crushed hollow with a touch of gold flakes. This is another one that is noted to definitely use a base coat to prevent staining. Again, I personally did not have staining on this. Now, I want to really compliment this base color, this polish in general. I'm real picky with what I consider more of these true sort of golds because they're very warm undertoned, just like myself, and I think they wash out on me. But this is a beautiful color, and even though it's warm, I thought it popped very well on myself. So if you are medium to deep toned, I really recommend trying this one out. And Hearthside is described as a light gray crelly with red to copper to gold to green, shifting chrome flakes, red to gold to green shimmer, and an autumn glitter mix. So a really cute crelly type formula. There is a touch of a squish factor with this, and it has easy buildup. It does have a bit of a milky sort of feel on the base color. It's what I would consider a sort of creamy type of light gray with very warm undertones to it. The shimmer, of course, amps up that warm undertone, and it takes on this nice reddish sort of cast. And next is Forest Trail. This is a deep forest green jelly with gold hollow micro glitter and a hint of copper glitters. Another one that is a potential stainer, so definitely want to keep that in mind. This also has a very jelly, juicy sort of formula with it. Easy buildup, and I'm going to suggest 2 coats on it. Now, if you typically polish very thin, Or if you are rocking longer nails than what I've got in the video, you might need that third coat. But as you can see on the second coat for me, a really lovely buildup, and that base color just pops so well. This has that fine particle sort of sparkle that I really love. I think this is going to be fantastic also for the holidays. Finish off with a really good glossy top coat, and you'll get that nice juicy sparkly appearance. And finally for the autumn collection is Flannel Jammies. This is a light slate blue crelly with a light load of copper, caramel, and orange glitters. So this once again has a very crelly, smooth, somewhat milky sort of formula, very similar to that previous one I just showed you guys, and it's got this lovely sparkle on it too. This is more of what I consider a fine particle type of sparkle, and you're getting it from these teeny tiny little glitters in the background. Really pretty and very delicate. I do want to note that the base color, I agree that it's a light slate blue. It's almost flirting with being a cool toned sort of gray depending on your lighting. I think 2 to 3 coats is perfect for opacity, and finish off with a glossy top coat. And next I'm catching up with the Highlands Collection. You can just take one look at that collage and you can guess exactly how I feel about this trio. First up is English Lass. This is a soft aqua crelly packed with pink to copper to gold to green shifting chrome flakes. This is so adorable. I'm loving that soft sort of base color along with that rainbow effect from the flakes. Really nice. This also has a strong plumping and squishy factor to it, so I'm going to suggest going in normal to light on your coats and just allowing it to slowly build up. This pops so well. Honestly, I think this trio is just fantastic. If you guys haven't already picked them up, really going to be a dirty enabler once again in this video, and definitely suggest trying at least one of them, especially if you're new to this brand. Really 10 out of 10 recommend. Finish off with a glossy top coat on this one as it dries down quite flat. And next is Sassenach. This is a deep violet scattered hollow. This polish is a smoky indigo without top coat, but turns into a vibrant violet with glossy top coat. This is also another one that states to be careful of staining with it. So I personally did have staining on this, but please note in my experience, these types of purples have been staining my gels very, very badly. So take that with a grain of salt, what you will, but definitely want to protect yourself against staining on this one. So I do agree with that official description. Because I typically have staining with this pigment, I definitely recognize it for what it does with or without top coat. So if you want to preserve what it looks like without top coat, I'm going to strongly suggest going in with a water-based top coat to protect that bleeding effect underneath your glossy top coat, especially if you're using a quick dry glossy top coat. And next is Across Time. This is a sheer blue to green base packed with pink to gold to green shifting shimmer and hollow flakes. An absolute stunner if you ask me. Again, this trio and the autumn collection too, because the autumn collection is literally just, I can hear the crunchy leaves when I look at the collage. Like, it's just perfect. But this has a jelly formula, a bit of a squished factor to it, and for opacity, I'm going to suggest going in for 2 normal or 3 light coats on it. This is so shifty, shimmery, pretty, and I'm loving that base color too. Very, very glowy as well. Finish off with a glossy top coat to plump it up and really maximize that shimmer payoff. Now, the Autumn Collection and the Highlands Trio are all currently available through Potion Polish's shop. I will link that below for you guys if you want to check that out. In addition to linking you to the Facebook fan group, lots of pretties to see there. These are so, so lovely. And you guys are going to have to buckle up. I'm so sorry. I have a lot more fall goodies to show you guys, including some really spectacular, massive collections. This month is busy, busy, busy for at least myself. And yeah, we're going to get through it, I promise. As always, if you guys enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.